Today, I'm going to be going over the top 5 things that you need to know about the December solar eclipse, Sagittarius new moon on December 17th and 15th. This new moon is going to be the literally everything of what 2020 was. So get prepared. Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your conscious mentor, and today I'm going to be deep diving into the top 5 things that you need to know about the December new moon on December 14th to 15th, depending on what area of the world you are in, and really what you need to know. We are officially in eclipse season, so it is a very powerful season. Specifically for this new moon, we are going through a solar eclipse. So I really can't wait to share with you guys the top 5 things that you need to know. This energy update I'm doing a little bit different. I'm actually going to be pulling out cards energetically as I tune into energy, as I share with you guys the top things that you need to know. So I love this because sometimes seeing a card really creates this like visual understanding of what this point means, and I think it's going to help a lot of you guys out. So before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe, as well as put notification bells. I do 3 or more videos every single day for you amazing beautiful souls, and we do the new moon and full moon recaps every single month, so you don't want to miss them. So make sure you subscribe and put notification bells. Also, we are joining back here live on the 14th of December at 9 p.m. Eastern time for a new moon energy healing and meditation. So you definitely don't want to miss that. Come back here so you can join us and heal in this space. And today's subscriber of the day is Monterey. Thank you so much for your lovely, lovely, lovely comment. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you guys and being part of the energy to support 1 million amazing souls that are going to expand consciously like yourself. It's just amazing. And if you feel called to do some energy work, shadow work, especially during this time, let me just say, solar eclipse is making us want to do a lot of work and inner work. If you feel called to do that, the link is down below to apply for the conscious mentoring. Let's get into this update. So the first and foremost thing is, anyone feeling energized during this moon? I feel like the sun directly going through my eyes right now is a great representation of what Sagittarius is coming through. There's a lot of celebration, there's a lot of new energy, there's a lot of new comings. Like, we feel it. We're like, yes, 2020, you are gone, we are done. But is it actually gone? Everyone's saying we're done with 2020, where's 2021? But this is very important. This new moon is really going to decide for you, are you actually done with all of the stuff that has been revealed to you during this new moon, or during this year's new moon, during this year, but also during this new moon? It's going to share that with you. So this is your time during the solar eclipse on December 14th to hone down on what is the new energy that you're feeling? What is the energy that you're feeling of this new beginning? Where does this new beginning feel like it's coming? So this brings me to my first point. New beginnings are here for you, and it is up to your choice. And one of the things that really came through, I was channeling the other day with Spirit. I feel called to pull my angel cards as I chat with you guys. I was chatting with Spirit the other day, and one thing that came through is we are always open to getting new beginnings if we choose to, right? If we choose to. And funny enough, as I start to talk about this, what card comes out? Don't dim your light. Don't dim your light. And why does this card come out? Well, how are we dimming our light right now to not start that new beginning? How are you preventing yourself from not starting that new beginning? So here, if we choose to open that door, if we choose to say, hey, universe, this year you've made me go through a lot of stuff, and you've made and revealed a lot of truths into my life, into my beginnings, into things that I thought were okay but maybe weren't, or things that I had to decide to work on myself and take a step back from work, from putting energy in places where my energy wasn't being respected, and just knowing that I'm a new person right now. And in doing that, as a new person, that opens up new opportunities. But there is that inner ego that comes through. And what is that inner ego? Through this new moon of Sagittarius, it's telling us that, are we ready to completely let go of our older self that happened last year around this time? December 2019, I want you to reflect on yourself. Where were you a year from now? Where are you now? And have you completely shedded and respected this new version of yourself that you are now claiming? Now, it's easier said than done. I know I talked about this a little bit in my ayahuasca experience in my last video, but I will say to you guys, you have to understand that open your eyes to new perspective of new beginning, and choose not what you want to see, but what is meant to be seen for you. The moment that you see what you're meant to see, as opposed to choosing what you want to hear and choosing what you want to see, is the moment that you see the messages that are happening in this Sagittarius new moon. I also talked about new energy perspectives. So a lot of you getting downloads, a lot of you being called to talk to your guides, talk to your angels, talk to them. They want you to talk to them. There's a lot of information that they want to share with you. And that was something that was communicated through the cosmos, that when I was tapping into energy, they were like, man, there's so many new beginnings, but we want to share with you what that is. And that card comes out, play. We want to play with you. We want to play that energy. I don't know if you guys can see because the light is just shining, you know, it's shining in through. But to read this card, you know, you're kind of sitting down, you're having fun, the party, the sun is going through. Have fun and celebrate. Don't be so serious with this new beginning. I know it's so easy right now with people being stressed with the holidays. Release that stress. This is a time of holiday to create for yourself. It is going to be a different feel of year, but don't allow yourself to hone down on what you're missing out on, and hold on what you're going to receive. And I think that is the biggest message that we're getting in this Sagittarius new moon. Let's go with the second point. Number 2, be aware of what you think and what is being communicated to you. Be aware of what you think and what you are communicating. Whatever you're thinking, that's why I was saying, a lot of us are seeing what we want to see as opposed to seeing what we're meant to see. So understand, where is your thoughts being held throughout the year? Where is your thoughts being called into? And then this card just fell out, the Priestess. We're holding into that creative energy. We're holding into the energy of feminine and creating this new beginning, right? New start. So how are we being called to lead in our life? How are we being called to lead in what we're meant to do? The Priestess here is telling us lead, lead, lead. We have been following. Some of us are still following. You got to lead in this new beginning. No one's going to tell you what the next step is but your highest conscious self. So here, what are some ways that you can find those answers of what you're meant to lead? Because I know this is something that a lot of us need to find, that higher source, that higher inner self. Connect with your third eye. Activate your third eye. How do you activate your third eye? Closing your eyes. You're going to close your eyes and meditate, and you want to bring your eyes back to your head 3 times to activate it. And you're focusing your energy on the third eye, and your intention, when you put in that energy, that new beginning, that new prana, you want to say, you know, universe, highest conscious self, what is it that you need to communicate to me at this time for this new beginning that I am about to receive and embark and open to? The moment that you do that, you meditate on that, you'll be able to really connect on what needs to be communicated to you. Another great way to communicate that is to call into your guides. Ask your guides, what is it that you're meant to tell me? What is it that you're meant to tell me right now? What is something that I don't know right now? And please share with me. Please share with me. Just talk to them. Energy are like people. Guides, universe, spirit, angels are like people. Call into them for them to support you. They're always there if you want them to. And understand what you need to know. The other thing is straightforward. You know, Sagittariuses don't like to beat around the bush. Me being someone who has a Sagittarius, you know, if there's any Sagittariuses over here that are watching this video, put a Sagittarius down below. This is your season for you to hone into. But I will tell you this right now, that be aware of what you're thinking, because with the Sagittarius energy, it's going to be very important to our next step. But most importantly, universe is going to be very straightforward with you. They're going to be very blunt. They're going to be very direct. And you're really going to feel that during these 3 weeks. Leading up to the solar eclipse new moon on December 14th, you will notice that they are going to be very, very forward. So just be mindful of that. Listen to that. And remember, like I said, don't choose to see and hear what you want to hear and see. See and hear what you're meant to see. You know, don't sugarcoat things right now. We're really trying to be forward. And this is going to be very important, because the moment that you sugarcoat what you want to hear, what you want to see, is the moment that 2021 is just going to be a repeat of all the energy that you've faced through 2020. And that individual kind of guidance will determine next year, because like I mentioned, I was connected with spirit. one thing that Spirit shared with me was that the council, if you will, of Cosmos, they said that you need to understand that at the end of this year, there's going to be two divides. There's going to be people who really understood, okay, this is what this year showed me. This is where I'm going next. I'm accepting, I'm receiving this new beginning. And there's going to be the other people that are going to force these old traditions, old habits, old energy. And I think majority of us are going to be the A instead of the B option. So you have to choose that. And by choosing that, it's being open to receiving and seeing what is meant to be communicated. We've already been communicated a lot of stuff during the Gemini full moon that just passed. Now it's, what are we doing with that information? How are we letting that energy to continue to flow into this next stage, this new page that we're going into, and using this energy, this energizing celebration energy that we have during the season to get us excited to manifest, which I'm giving you guys so many hints on our next step, which let's just go to the third step. Number 3, the third step that I was just really getting into. So I was like, let's just get to that. The third step is thoughts manifest days between the eclipse. So your thoughts, the things that you're energizing right now, is going to manifest going up to the new moon. So even if you are watching this and it is the new moon or it's past the new moon, you're still in this solar eclipse season. Pretty much up until the 20th to the 21st is going to be the time of manifestation. So I would suggest between 20th to 21st, around that time, that kind of week and a half that we're looking at, I want you to really set intention between now and then to manifest and to be mindful of your thoughts. This is a great time to script out what you want to manifest based on what you've done for your shadow work and energy work this 2020, and to bring in that energy to 2021. This is a great time for you to bring a gratitude journal. Make your next 14 days writing down 10 things that you're grateful for. What's this gonna do? Increase your vibration to make sure that you are seeing things that's in your reality that you're grateful for, using that vibration and energy to get you a kickstart for 2021. That's going to help you with those new beginnings. That's gonna help you with those days of ebbs and flows where you're feeling energized, and there's other days where you're being shown the truth of what you need to release. It's all about understanding that we're not only looking at one day of how our energy is when we're following into this eclipse season, we're looking at it as like a macro perspective. How is our energy throughout the whole season? So on December 14th, for the Sagittarius new moon, understand that I want to manifest. This is a great time to do manifestation techniques. This is a great time to leading up to set intentions, serious intentions. Be conscious with it. Really put that mindfulness in being with these intentions. Remember, great manifestors are those who believe in the manifestation, who truly live in that manifestation and understand it. So look at your reality of where you are right now and understand, where am I going with my manifestation, and what do I need to do between now and the new moon? Oh, I love these cards. They just fell out. So the first card that came in, for anyone who needs this, your guidance is divinely guided. You are divinely guided right now. So as you manifest, no matter how big your manifestation is, you are guided. You determine if you want to receive that. So don't allow those blocks to come through. The other card that I got is the Keepers of the Earth. So you are not alone. This is one of my strongest cards in my deck. You see how beautiful this card is? You see the angel that's behind you, and you know your wings. This is your ancestors. This is your guides. These are your angels. They're here to say, hey, we're standing right beside you while you manifest your dreams and what is divinely yours. So during this, the celebration season, have a cheers, celebrate you. You made it through the year. You've done it. But let me tell you, the 2021, this year is going to be another shifter, but in the best way possible, because you're ready. Universe has tested you throughout this whole year. And now your whole army, your whole clan is coming through saying, hey, we're here for you. We're getting it ready. We're celebrating for what's to come, because I don't know if people are ready for this. I don't know if people are ready for this, but you know what? People are ready for this, because we've gone through what we had to. We've purged what we need to. We'll continue to purge through. But all in all, the third point here is just making sure that all the thoughts that you have leading up to the solar eclipse and prior to that, it's all aligned with the energy that you want to bring into your life. If not, really, really be more conscious of your subconscious and conscious thoughts and control them, in a sense of allowing yourself yourself to release, which is another thing that's coming through right now, releasing anything that no longer serves you, that last strand that is still connected within your essence of being. What is that one thing that you have been avoiding, have been circling and circling? You've done everything else. You've done such a great job, but there's that one thing for some of you that you're still avoiding. Do it. You need to do it. If not, universe is going to prolong this lesson throughout the year of 2021. So release what you need to so you can make more energy to manifest what you can. You can't have a closet filled with energy of things that you're just hoarding, because you're not going to be able to accept that, which brings me to our fourth point. Number 4, release limiting beliefs that are left. Release those limiting things. And I think this really comes over to yourself crossing over. What does this mean? Crossing over. Shika, what are you talking about? It means allowing yourself to understand that the parts of you that you have grieved, that you have ended, has ended. We're not searching through those pieces of ourselves to bring into this new year because of guilt, because of judgment, because of all these other things. No, we're not doing that this year. We're coming through our empire. We're being that priestess energy, and we're coming strong. So it's important that we release anything that does not align with us and accept all parts of our new being, all parts of it, and understand that this is an evolving journey. You know, where you are right now will evolve continuously. Please be patient with yourself. Please be patient with this energy. It is so, so important. Another thing that came into it is if we do not remove those old parts of ourselves that we're ashamed or scared or feared to release, we will continue to have stagnant energy. How many of you are feeling stagnant in your shadow work? How many of you are feeling stagnant in seeing the results of what you've been perceiving, what you want to do? And I have some cards that fell out here that really called in. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes or no. Okay, this card comes through. Yes or no. Decide. There's no in between here. Sagittarius new is telling you, hey, are you going to say yes during the solar eclipse? Or are you going to, no, during the solar eclipse, postpone things? Or are you going to say yes? You need to decide. Whatever decision you make is all based on your guides being here. Remember the keepers of the earth that came through earlier. They're here for you. They're here to guide you. You're always being guided, but you can't be in between right now. And if not, like really, it's going to make a big, big impact on what's to come next year. The next one you have is the Great Gathering. So it's coming all together. There's intuitive hits that are coming through. And here what that means is your intuition is spiked. I don't know about you guys, but it's like almost like I've gotten like an extra volume in my air of intuition. If you know what I'm talking about, type in a little star emoji and say like, Shika, my intuition is peaked right now because I know what you're talking about. And if so, that's amazing. That's just really showing that you're growing on a cellular level. And that's another reason why during the Sagittarius season, we are celebrating ourselves. We are celebrating the overall time. Now, the next card that comes through is through us having our intuitive hits. This is going to allow us during the solar eclipse time, the thoughts that we're releasing to manifest the life that we want and to create that new energy and those new beginnings. We're going to get to the initiation multiple times. The initiation is really kind of like an A and B. We're going to decide that we're going to have to detour to certain things because that's okay and we're receiving it. But we're also going to decide that we're going to get to a threshold where there's no gray area. It's either one or two. And in this rite of passage, we have to understand that as we go through this unknown path, that even though it's unknown, it's known from a soul basis. Even though you're making decisions that you really don't know what the outcome is, your soul knows that it's meant for you to happen. It's meant for you to be through this journey. So really listen to your intuition through this time. These two cards came out together. So the Great Gathering, really listening to that. And here, initiation, making sure that you're initiating that energy, following into that energy and focusing on yourself, because the moment that you do that, you will see a lot of answers come through for you during this new moon. And that's for a lot of people who probably don't know exactly what that new beginning is. That's going to give you clarity. That's going to give you so much clarity. Is, you know, calling in your guides, asking the Great Gathering, allowing yourself to connect with your intuitive gifts and not having doubt. You know, and also once you've released all the things that you need to, you're going to notice that there's going to be a steep self-knowledge. And what this came through is I saw coding and like self and all this like deep self-knowledge as far as an ancestral level. So all parts of your soul has various levels to it, right? And, you know, there's parts of my soul that represent various past lives and my, you know, my ancestors and so much more. So here it's really sharing that as I release, I'm going to get to know a little bit more about myself. And even if you are 60, even if you're 15, even if you're 20, 30, whatever your age is, we are continuously evolving. So you don't know all the answers right now of who you are, but that's okay. But the moment that you understand and get curious and start to accept that, you're gonna notice a lot about your intuition peaking and your decision making getting better, and you being able to open that full new beginning that is coming for you in this new year of January with open arms. So really take that into consideration. This is very important. Number 5, the fifth card, the fifth and the last point that I have for you guys is authenticity versus false reality. This is literally everything. As we start new beginnings, we need to understand, are we going to be authentic beings? Are we going to be authentic and being truthful to ourselves? Or are we going to continue to be with part of the society that continues to be false reality? What is not true? What is just kind of shaping and blocking our truths, you know? We're not being shameful here. There's no judgment. You guys know the family here. There's no judgment. But what my point is you need to take this judgment into your life. You know, you need to release this judgment out of your life. You can't be living two false realities. You can't be living a part of your old self and your new self. You can't be living your new beginning and part of the ending. You can't be living, you know, releasing part of it, but then scared of what the parts that you need to release. You also can't be living a time where you want to manifest things, but then there's all this other stuff that you haven't let go or done the shadow work. So this is your time. One final run. We're the final lap right now. We're final lap. We're running through 2020. Even though it's a final lap, it's not the end though. We're just final lap of one lap, you know, one run. We have another lap, which is 2021, and it continues to keep going. But my point is this is an epiphany of like the strongest energy. And really what I want you to do is be your authentic self to the T. Be authentic to your human body. What do you have to replenish energetically to yourself? A lot of you are feeling exhausted or feeling like you need to release anger. Do that. You know, that's what you have to release. That's what universe is telling you. But then there's a lot of you authentically in your soul self, connecting with ancestors, you know, connecting with yourself, going to calling in your guides, being authentic, being vulnerable. Vulnerability is going to be so important during this time. If we aren't our vulnerable selves, how can we raise our vibration? This card came out as soon as I said that. Pillar of light. You know, that pillar of light is just telling us that we are the light, we are the energy. When I tell you guys to call in your guides, that is a representation of you. That is everything that we do is a collective representation. And that is what Sagittarius is showing us, is that, you know, this whole collective energy of the year has brought into this new beginning of us deciding intuitively what we need to do. And, you know, as authentic as this year has been, none of us could hide behind what was going on. None of us had the option to hide. So my question to you, are you going to continue to act like things are great for some of you? Or are you excited? Are you ready for the new beginning? And you're like, yes, I did the work. I did it, which you did. And now you're ready to accept and receive. So I really hope you guys love this video. I loved pulling the cards. It got my energy going. I really tuned into all the points that I channeled through. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Don't forget, we are jumping on here live on YouTube on December 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, doing a meditation energy healing. So come join, invite some friends, bring this energy. It's going to be a celebrating energy, and I cannot wait to bring this energy with you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, and share. It makes a big difference and it supports the community. And I'll see you guys on December 14th. I love you guys so much. Bye.